Okay, folks, it's the next morning and the guys are back. We're getting after putting these two halves of the house together and blocking them up and leveling them and all that kind of stuff. Just going to take a little walk around and show you a little bit about what they're doing. We're not going to do a long video today. We're just going to do bits and pieces. So here we go. They've got this one pretty much setting in place, and they've got it leveled up and the blocks sitting in place and all that kind of stuff. And we're starting to take loose the plastic and stuff so that they can actually move the two halves together. This is going to be interesting. We can see under this one, they got the crawler in there. Use that to pick it up and so they can level it. There's where we're at. They'll pick it up and move it back together and get it all set up here pretty soon. Well, good afternoon or mid-morning, I guess it is. I'm about to walk out here and take another look and see what they're doing. Looks like they've made progress at getting it put together in the second half set up, and so we're going to just take a walk around and see what that looks like. All right, we'll walk over this way. So what do we got here? Looks like the two halves are together. Probably should have came out earlier, but I was kind of busy with some other ranch stuff inside. But as you can see, they've got two halves together. Not 100% together at the top down there. They do have a binder on at the bottom to pull it together. Let's look underneath here and see what we can see. There's people, all kinds of people down there. Get a little closer. There you go, they're down there putting the pieces together and getting it all tied up. We got it, especially got it all leveled up on both halves. Let's go take a look around the back side of this thing. I still haven't taken the tongues off. I'll do that after a while. See, they got these axles all off of here. There's the axles laying right there. You got the door open. Maybe we can sneak inside and take a look around here in a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Get back under here now. Here they are working.
All right, I'm out. Yeah.
See, they're jacking it up and leveling her up. We got somebody inside with a level. Flipping it over.
Where you at?
Let's go on down here. See, they're getting her all set up. They're still in there. Leaves. It's like a snowstorm. Yellow leaves. Leaves are blowing off the trees. It's definitely fall. Leaves are turning. Leaves and all that kind of stuff. It's a little windy. Getting her all leveled up, huh? What height did we put her at? What height did you put it at? Set it at? I don't know. You don't know?
Here, where's the block?
are off on this side too.
30,
What size? What?
30 inches.
30 inches. Okay. Everything going really good? Is everything going good?
Keep that out of my face. Quit that.
People want to see your handsome mug. Okay. That'll put the floor, what, about 6 inches taller than that?
The floor is going to be 12 inches higher than what I just measured. 30, 42.
42. Okay. All right. Yeah, looking good. Thank you.
No, 32.
Howdy, folks. So, I'm just going to take a little walk about the new house. Let you see what's going on here. See what we've been happening in the last few days. Of course, nothing's been happening the last day or two because it was Turkey Day. And now it's Good Friday and everybody's out shopping and all that kind of stuff, so they're not here working. But I just thought I would catch you up a little bit on what's going on. And then afterwards we'll do a little drive around, go see the moo cows and all that kind of stuff. We've worked out a deal with the guy that owns those cows right now, and we're going to buy them. So they're going to be our cows in another week or so. So let's walk around and see what we got going on here. As you can see, we got just piles and piles of dirt piled up here. We've been hauling this up here. We did this Wednesday. We hauled a bunch of loads up here. It still ain't enough, believe it or not. What we're going to do is we're going to fill this ground all the way from where that plastic is, where that white part is on the block there. We're going to fill that all the way out here to this road. It'll be just slightly ramped up, so the rain, when it comes off of that roof up there, will move away from the house, so it won't go down under the house. And that's what that black pipe, if anybody's wondering what's that black pipe, if you look at that pipe and you look close at it, you'll see that there's holes in the bottom of that. And what that is that's just a drain pipe is what it is. You see there's holes right there, and there's another set of them under there. Now it's just going to sit there underneath the dirt, and if any water gets collected under there, rather than going under the house, it'll collect into that pipe and run out of that pipe and go around the house. So that's what all this dirt's about. And believe it or not, as much dirt as there's sitting here, that's about half of what we need. So we've got more of that coming. We'll dig that from the when we take our ride around. We'll go past the gravel pit back there, and you'll see the backhoe sitting back there where we've been digging this dirt out and hauling it up here in the dump truck. Of course, I showed you most of this stuff before, but we've got our trusses now. These are the trusses for the new garage and the shingles. We've got that. You notice some of the wood around here has come up missing down here. And the reason for that is we've had some boys here working, some carpenters. They've been doing some work back here on the back side of this house. Excuse me. And you'll see this here, what we got going on. See, we got a little deck going on up here. We're going to build this deck. It's 14 feet out by 28 feet long, and it's going to have a stairway down here. As you can see, they've started that. They haven't finished yet, but they got as far as they could go Wednesday, and it was time to go home. And so they got the deck here. You'll come out on the deck out of this door here, and you'll see that that little door beside there, that's the dog door. The dogs will be able to come in and out all by themselves once they're over here. We got this all done and ready to go. We'll have this nice little deck out here, and just look at this view out for this deck. Isn't that pretty? We'll be able to see all around here. All this will be filled with moo cows and horses and all that kind of stuff. And this back here will be the backyard for the pups. The dogs will get to lay around on this deck and watch the moo cows and watch people going by on the street and all that kind of stuff. Watch us work and do whatever we're going to do. So this is what's been going on. We've got the deck. We've got you notice our hole over there. We'll go over past that hole. Our famous rock hole where we had what I call the Table Mesa. It was a big old rock that was in our way for putting in our septic tank. And that old rock I beat on that thing for 2 long days with a skid steer with a big old jackhammer on it. In 2 days I beat on that rock, and that's what I got out of it, is that pile of rocks right there. Now we finally got enough room to get that tank down in there. And right here is where that rock was. Well, most of it still is, because I never did get it all out of there. This spot right here, that's where the septic tank is. You can see it's all been filled in. Still got some filling to do. We'll come around with that dirt and we'll fill this in and bury part of this side of the house. We'll even it up with that little patio area there. That grilling station, fire pit. And all this stuff's got to go. We're going to haul all these rocks and stuff like that. We got some big, gigantic sinkholes out there in the field, out there on that side of the other side of that mesa bluff up there. There's some big old holes, sinkholes in there. We're going to take a bunch of this rock. We're going to dump it in that hole and bury them. And hopefully those sinkholes won't come back. But you can look at that rock. That's some old blue granite that we first started beating on that stuff. You can see, get a close up of that. You can see that when we first started beating on that rock or found it, we thought it was limestone, because most of this hill is limestone. But this ain't limestone. This is blue granite. There's a bunch of that around here too. And let me tell you what, I wish it was limestone, because limestone busts up pretty easy. This didn't. Like I said, 2 hours. I had 16 hours on that skid steer beating on that rock, and all I got out of it was about 2 foot deep in an 8x8 section of rock. That's all I got out of there. You can see down through here all these other rocks. This is where he tied the line in from the septic tank down to our other septic tank system, and he found all these dang rocks down there. Now all these rocks sitting up here now are limestone. They come out pretty easy, but there's some that's pretty big. Just to dig a little old trench down this line where we're walking. He found all this stuff here that was in his way. Put that line in. Look at that big old rock. Found that down under there. Had to dig that out and get it out of the way of the pipe, so you put that pipe in. If you look at that rock, that's limestone. You can see it's got layers to it. That right there, if that big old rock was this right here, with these layers like this here, you can see these different layers and stuff. You can get a hold of that with a machine and break that apart. That'll, especially one of those big old track hoses like that one over there, get a hold of that and it'll break up and pull out of there. But blue granite, not so much. You can see all these big old rocks we got sitting around here. We got to get rid of all this stuff. Looks like we got a mole here too. Look at here. That's a mole. Something's been burrowing under the ground there. Probably a little like it because it was nice and soft and not compacted hard. Probably made that through that section of ground pretty easily. So that's the walkthrough, and we'll turn the camera back on. We'll get in a side-by-side. We're all going to go on a little trip. We're just going to drive around. We're going to go back there in the back and see what we can see as far as the cows are concerned. Go back and take a look at the cows. Mama likes to go look at the cows every week, and so do I. I like going to see, make sure they're all there, make sure they're all okay, and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go do that, and we'll drive around a little bit, just see what we can find. Some areas back there that Randy, the new ranch manager, was back there mowing last week, so she wants to go see that too. So we're going to go see where he's mowing at. See how much we got done, because it turned around and started raining on him. So we didn't get a lot done, I know that, but we got a fair amount. Uh-oh. We better call. I was just looking at the gas tank. Look at there. That says it's down to about 10%. I better get them cold, or they're gonna. We're gonna run out of fuel. Run out of propane. Mama won't like that very well. So I'm going to have to get a call into them. I was going to look at that earlier this week and I didn't. I should have. Because that shouldn't be that low. They were supposed to put a meter on that thing so that they could tell when it was getting low, so they'd come out here and fill it automatically. They never did get that meter on there, so I'm going to have to get them called. and see what I can get done there. All right, well, that's our little walkabout for now. I'll see you guys later. Okay, folks, here we're back. You see they're done digging. We'll go over here and take a look. They're getting ready to set this pole in the ground. We'll go over here and take a look and set this camera so that you can watch them put that pole right up in there in the ground. Okay guys, they're over here, they're getting ready to take down this old pole and they're going to replace this pole with a new one, and I'm going to find a spot over here that we can set this camera up and so you can watch what they're doing here. If I can get over here without breaking my neck. Alright, so where are we gonna hide this camera? Not really hiding it, they know we're here. But we'll get down in here and get us a spot that we can try right up here. Sized up here a little bit. Back here, the guy up there in that boom. There you go. Now you'll be able to see what they're going to do. Okay, folks. Well, they got that pole set. They got that wire, that lead wire put on there. Now they're pulling this one up. Alright folks, well, that's how you put in electric service. They got that new pole in. They got that new pole in. Now, once the state inspector gets out here, we'll get they'll come back out again and they'll hook that conduit there on that pole up to that transformer and into the house. We got inspector soon today. We'll see. Thanks.